What is up, you guys? My name is Cameron. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. And in this video, we are going to be doing some wade fishing on the flats for speckled trout and hopefully redfish as well. It is an absolutely beautiful morning out here. I'll go over all the gear and the lures that I'm using once I get out there. But for right now, I just want to say I hope you enjoy the video and make sure to stick with it, stay tuned, and let's see what we can catch. Well, the tide is way out this morning, but we do have an incoming tide, so that should push those fish closer to shore, and I am seeing a ton of finger mullet. All around me, there's just schools of finger mullet up shallow. They're getting blown up on, as you can see. The water is nice and clean. It looks really good out here. And this spot that I'm fishing is a big old flat that backs up to the jetty. It's actually, this is the beach right here, so this is the Gulf out here. We're not in the bay. This place is a great spot to fish when we have a southwest wind, because typically in my area on the upper Texas coast, southwest wind tends to dirty up the water. But this spot is protected by that jetty and it usually stays very nice and clean. And on top of that, check this out. We have some storms off in the distance, pretty overcast, hazy day. So much bait out here, this is gonna be insane. Let's go ahead and get to it. All right, so to start off this morning, I'm gonna be using what I always do, which is the Head Spook Jr. bone colored Topwater. By far my favorite Topwater for our area. And as you can see, we got some rusty hooks on here. A lot of you guys were telling me I need to change my hooks. That was the reason I was missing fish. But to be honest with you, these things are still super sharp. Even though they're rusty, they have not lost their point yet. So I think we'll be able to hook up on this. And I'm gonna start up here real shallow just because I'm seeing a bunch of bait. Like an unbelievable amount of bait today. There's a blow up right there. We're on. First cast of the day. I'm knee deep in the water. What in the world? What is that? If that's a trout, it's gonna be a nice one. Man, that could be a red or something. What? Usually at this spot, I walk like super far and fish a huge area. Oh, that's a red. It's a beautiful redfish. Isn't it? Yes, it is. No way. Looks like an undersized guy. What an awesome way to start the day. Oh, that is a beautiful one. Blue tail. Look at that. Nice blue tail. What an unbelievable way to start the day. Very first cast, and it's a redfish. Pop these hooks out of his mouth. He's, honestly, he's right under keeper. He's 19. I wasn't going to keep this guy anyways. First fish of the day, got to let him go. But there we go. Oh, not a graceful release at all. But he is gone. I'm just going to stay up here and keep fishing shallow for a minute before I move out. There's just blow-ups happening all around me. I'm not like seeing fish coming out of the water, but I am seeing all the mullet just spraying everywhere. So I know there's more fish in here. Trout's trying to hit the topwater right now. He can't get it, he's a little guy. Come on. So this is the last time I'm gonna say anything about the bait. But when you're out here and you see bait getting sprayed like that, cast straight in it. Because a lot of times that is gonna be trout or redfish or whatever type of game fish hitting that bait. And if you cast in there, there is a good chance that they're gonna come up and hit your lure. So always just cast towards the action. Finally, man. Y'all haven't seen it, but I've made like 100 casts and not gotten a bite. That feels like a nice trout. Could be another red, but if it's a red, it's a rat red. If it's a trout, it's a really nice one. Kind of acting like a red. That's a trout. It's a nice trout, yeah. Look at that. Play this fish out. He's hooked decent. Man, I was losing hope on the topwater here, y'all. Seriously, probably 50 to 100 casts. It's been quite a while, and I have not even got a bite. Finally. I was just about to change topwaters too. I was starting to lose hope in my bone colored one. I was going to put on a chrome one. Look at that beautiful trout. About 16, 17 inches. Look at those razor teeth on them. Big old fangs. We're going to put this guy on the stringer. All right. There we go. Good start to the morning right there. So I don't know if y'all can tell because the sun is not up, but if you take a look, you can see my boots down there. And even whenever I was waist deep, I could still see my feet. So there is really nice clarity. I was starting to think maybe this was not the right color for the topwater. But now that I caught one, I'm gonna have to keep on working it. At least do 10 more casts with it and see if I get... Okay. Well, that answers that question. I just must have not been in the fish. Came off. That's all right. Cast back out, same spot. There's a shark right here. Man, there's no way he's gonna get my trout already. Oh, this has been on the stringer for a minute, bro. There is no shot, and that trout's swimming over to me to not get bit by the shark. There's a shark at my feet. Get out of here, man. I smacked him. Dude. I'm using a short stringer today, which sucks. Dude, he will not leave me alone. Get out of here. It's a little one, like a little 2.5 footer, but still, man. That's enough to bite my trout. This stringer has been coiled up in the garage for so long that it won't stretch out. So the fish is like a foot away from me, which sucks. Just gonna stand in the same spot though and keep working this topwater. Dude, get out of here. I kicked him. Literally kicked him. That guy's bold, man. I already know what the comments are gonna say. You guys are gonna be hounding me, telling me I need to use a fish bag. That's probably true, but I don't have one right now. Oh, he had it. There we go. There's one. Finally. Is that a trout? Yep. He was hooked in the side of the head. Well, one of the sharks just messed around and ate my topwater, so that's fun. Just trying to keep his head up so his tail doesn't hit the line and cut it. I really want to get that lure back. Messing with the shark with treble hooks is always a pain. This is a little culprit right here that keeps on trying to get my dang trout. He came up and smacked my topwater as I was just reeling it back in towards me. Hopefully he learned his lesson now. Bad shark. I'm gonna do probably about 5 to 10 more casts with this, and if I do not catch a trout, I'm gonna go ahead and switch it up because I don't want to make the same mistake I did last time and wait until later in the day to switch over to the plastic. And then by the time I did that, the bite was already over. Okay, so here's the lure I'm going to be throwing. I have a 1/8 ounce jig head and then just a soft plastic paddle tail. I don't remember what brand this is. I just got this yesterday. I was actually down in Corpus and I went to Roy's, and while we were there shopping around, I met a subscriber and he told me to try these lures out. So when we get back to the car, I'll look at the package and show you guys what they are. But this is what we're going to be throwing around. I like this because it's smaller, and this white color represents like all the bait that's out here. Mullet, shad, everything. And there's a lot of shad today. So also there's a shark coming right at me. Bah, bah, bah. Dude, I have one. There we go. Little trout. There we go, got ourselves a decent trout right here. On the soft plastic. Yes, sir. Choked it too. There we go. He is about 15.5 inches. I'm gonna go ahead and throw that guy on the stringer. That was only like my 4th or 5th cast with that lure. So that's a good sign. Maybe they just want something smaller. Switched back to the topwater. I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I switched back to the topwater so I could cover more ground. This is the second blow up I had. Oh yeah, nice trout. Nice. Come on, bro. Let's land this guy. He is hooked. It looks like both treble hooks in the mouth sideways. I've never seen that. This guy's a fighter, man. Alright, stay on, bro. Stay on. Oh, he only has one treble. Oh, no, there's a shark on him. There's a shark following him. Oh, no. Wait, what is happening? Either there's a shark following this guy or there's another fish. Another trout. Come here. I hate when they're hooked like this. Boom, we got him. Let's go, dude. That's the limit right there. Check that out. 3 nice trout right here. Boom. I'm gonna make a quick walk back. I'm done fishing. There's a lot of sharks out here today. Y'all been seeing I've been fighting them off all morning. And it's not right to just sit out here and let these trout get eaten by sharks. Well, I just got back to the truck, threw on some dry clothes, and it is about 11:30 right now. So I've been out there since like 6:30 in the morning. That was a 5-hour wade, super long, covered a bunch of water, but thank goodness I did end up getting on those fish. We ended up with 3 nice fish in the cooler, so we got that limit, which feels great because I have been in a slump. Feel like I'm finally starting to get back in the groove. If you've been keeping up with the videos, then you probably know for the past 2 weeks, I've been having the toughest time hooking fish, especially with that dang topwater. I came out here to the same spot 2 weeks ago and probably got like 20 blow-ups and could see these trout coming out of the water for it. And they were not little, and I could not hook one to save my life. Then the very next day, I decided I needed my redemption. So I headed to the seawall because the surf was nice and clean. And same thing. The fish would blow up, they'd knock the topwater out of the water, they'd jump all the way out for it. And I did end up catching one that day, but only one. And then it ended up getting eaten by a shark. So that was unfortunate. Y'all make sure to stick with it, stay tuned guys. This video is not over. I am going to be doing a catch and cook. I know a lot of you guys really love the catch and cooks. You've been asking for them. So now that we finally got some fish to take home, I'm gonna be making a delicious meal. So I'll see y'all back at the house in just a minute to show you how to clean these fish and cook them up. So it is the next day. I am back at the house. We're at the fillet table right now, and I'm about to show you guys how to clean a speckled trout. But before we do that, I wanted to give a shout out to one of the sponsors of the channel, which is Salt Mafia. So they make these really awesome hats. As you can see, this is my absolute favorite right here. This is called the Dunes, and these are all their brand new ones that they just came out with. So really sick hats. You can check all these out right here, as well as the one that you'll probably see me wear every single video, which is this one right here. And they also make some nice performance shirts. This is another one of my favorites. You can see you got all the fishing lures on the back there. Pretty sick shirt if you ask me. I wear these every single video like I said. They really help keep me protected from the sun. All the hats have these hoods on them and they just are high quality. So if you're interested in checking them out, I'll have it linked down below. I actually have a discount code you can use to save yourself some money. So make sure you hit that link, check them out, pick up some gear if you're looking to get some new hats, shirts. They also make towels, just a whole bunch of stuff. Definitely go over and look into them. But let's go ahead and get to clean up this trout. So y'all see me do it 1,000 times, but I'm gonna keep on doing it for you guys that are new here. All you're gonna do, really simple to clean, take your knife, run an angle right here, boom. Then we're gonna turn that knife, turn sideways and follow that backbone. And then you gotta go up and over the air bladder, which is this white like casing right here. That's what keeps them upright in the water. It's really hard to cut through. Up and over that, probably still stuck on it a little bit. There we go. And then from there, nice swipe to the bottom and you're done. Missed a little bit of meat, but that's all right. Flip it over. I always start from the tail. It's just a weird thing I do. I just found out that it helps me get a better fillet. Boom. 2 beautiful speckled trout fillets here. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and take them off the skin. And then we gotta cut the bones out. You can do either or first. But take off the skin, put it on the edge of your table, go down to that skin, turn your knife sideways and grab that skin and pull while wiggling that knife back and forth. Perfect. Then I'm just gonna take the rib bones out and those pin bones. There we go. Boneless, skinless, speckled trout fillet. Go ahead and do the same thing to the other side. I'll show you all one more time. Down to the skin, turn sideways. And then we gotta take these rib bones out again. I mean, there's a few different ways you can clean trout. This is just the way I like to do it. And it works good, and it's pretty quick and efficient. So now that we have our 2 beautiful trout fillets, we're gonna head in the kitchen, and I'm gonna show you guys a delicious meal to make with these. So I'm in the kitchen, I got my trout fillets right here, and what we're making today is something that you've seen me make quite a few times on the channel if you've been watching for a while, but it's super delicious and really, really simple, and that is pecan crusted fish. So I have some pecans and breadcrumbs crushed up in this pan right here, and then I have an egg wash to dredge my fish. So all I'm gonna do to start off is just go ahead and season my fish. I'm just using a blackened seasoning, but you can use any type of Cajun seasoning. Or you can use like garlic, salt, or whatever you want. Just get that fish seasoned up. I'm just going to do one side because it is going to have a lot of flavor from those pecans. That's good right there. And the next step is just to take the fish, dredge it in that egg wash, both sides. Let the excess drip off. And then we're going to go into our breadcrumb and pecan mixture. And you want to push it down hard. This is going to make sure that those pecans stick to it. And I just chopped up my pecans. And then this is just garlic and herb breadcrumbs. We're going to do both sides here. And you can also run your fish through some flour first before you put in the egg wash, and that's also going to help this breadcrumb and stuff stick to it even better. Next thing we're going to do is throw it in our pan. So I've got my fish breaded right here, and I did go back and put flour on all these like I had mentioned, and it really helped the pecan stick. So now what we're going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and throw this in a pan with some butter and oil. The oil is just to keep the butter from burning. And I have it over a medium heat right here. The pecans have a tendency to burn. And when they burn, they don't really have a good flavor at all. So I like to cook them over that medium heat. And then what I also like to do is throw them in the oven at 350 for about 8 to 10 minutes after I get some good color on them. So I'll cook them in the pan about, I don't know, 2 minutes on each side. Then I'll take them out, throw them on this baking sheet right here, and throw them in the oven. 8 to 10 minutes later, we're ready to eat. So we'll see how when those are ready to flip. I got my fish nice and pan fried here. You can see we got some good color on top of it, but nothing too burnt. And I'm just gonna go ahead and throw it into the oven at 350. And like I said, about 8 to 10 minutes, that should be fully cooked through. Trout's not too thick. If you're doing a thicker fish, you probably wanna let it go about 15 minutes, but with this trout, it'll be fully done pretty quick here. So yeah, I'm super excited to try it out. This is one of my favorite recipes to make with fresh trout. Oven just went off here. I believe our fish is done. Take a look at that. Looks good. It looks like it is time for the taste test. Let's go ahead and cut into this trout. Take a look at it here. Look at that. Nice, white and flaky, fresh speckled trout from the Gulf. Let's give it a taste. Still super hot. That is just as good as I remember it. Every time I make this recipe, I'm surprised by how good it is. And this is good on all types of fish, but by far, speckled trout is the #1 fish. It just goes so good with the flavor of that trout. Also really good on flounder, but you can do it on anything you want. With that being said, I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, subscribe if you're not already. If you are, like always, guys, I want to say thank you so very much for that. And that's it for this video. Until next time, peace.